It's like $100 bills. Enemies try to step to me, they get stung. No survival. I'm the predator apex. No need for rival. Pop smoke style with a twist. I'm the new menace.
All right, we are here, and I want to welcome Ron BeeStinger Savage. My pleasure to have you. Nice to hear you and be with you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, I'm doing the controls myself here tonight, so I'll slow down a little bit so I can think about what I'm saying and enjoy our discussion together.
Okay.
All right, so you're up in the Bronx now. You're from the Bronx. You've have a recording career and history in the Bronx in hip hop, drill, rap, events, and I'd like you to please tell me about your history with hip hop and the Democratic Party.
Okay. Well, wow, hip hop. I go back since the first generation of hip hop, since the late '70s. I was with Africa Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation. I was the crate boy for Jazzy's for Bambaata's DJ Jazzy J. And the crate boys is like back in the days, the records was in the crates, the milk crates. And when the DJ like Jazzy J or Africa Bambaataa would say, "Pass me such and such a record," so I would dig in the crates and find that record and give it to them, and then they give me back the other one, and I'll put it back in the jacket, and then if I feel like, okay, like I think this song will go great, then I'll be like Bam or Jazzy, what about such and such a record? And they'd be like, okay, yeah, give me that, So yeah, so that was great. And then from there, later on from there, DJ Jazzy J, he made a studio, which is a Jazzy J studio, and he had groups like Fat Joe, Cuban Links, so many different people, Grand Puba, like the Brand Nubians, and so many rap groups that went through there. It's like back in the days, if you was in hip hop, you came to pay respects to Jazzy J studio, because we was the Zulu Nation, and we are the first family of hip hop. So that's where I came from, and then from there I worked for Dick Scott Entertainment, who managed the New Kids on the Block, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Boys to Men, Dougie Fresh, and a swoon of other people like Brenda King Starr, James Ingram, like everybody. And then from there, that's when I got into politics.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's everywhere. Before we go, so were those events like in the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn? Were you traveling out of state? Were they? Tell me about these events.
Well, most of them with Bambaataa and Jazzy J was from the Bronx. We went all over, like the Bronx, outside jams and inside. And I used to go and give flyers out around the whole Bronx to everybody, let them know that Bambaata's playing, the Zulu Nation is playing here, and that's how I got like a lot of clientele, by giving out the flyers, because you have to really be somebody to get to hand out Africa Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation flyers. You have to have been somebody. So, back then, that's how I met like a lot of people and stuff like that. It was great. And I did travel all over the world. I traveled over the world 2 times with a group called Snap. They made the record I Got the Power. That's another group that Dick Scott managed.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Man, we went everywhere. London, just Jamaica, like everywhere.
All right, we're going to share. You have a website, which is ronbstingersavage.org. We'll put it up in a few minutes, but that'll give people to go further, now that you've introduced us to yourself, a new audience, I hope, and people who already know you. So there is something happening in politics up in the Bronx. Tell us about that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm a former member of the New York State Democrat Committee. I was with the Democrat Party, and uh, you know, one,
And they've been dominating New York and definitely the Bronx since
for
forever, right?
decades, forever,
Yeah,
decades on top of decades. You know,
right.
I was happy to be a member of the Democrat State Committee, and one thing that I'm very proud of is civil marriage. When I was in the state committee, I voted for gay marriage.
Hmm.
When I was a part of the Democrat committee, I voted for the resolution to pass for that the politicians can take up that issue, and it passed, and the rest was history.
Yeah, and to the Democratic Party's credit, that was one of their strong points is they let people live lives the way they wanted without judging them. And I think historically, in the last 50 years, the Republicans were behind in that and even obstructionist to letting people marry who they wanted to marry.
Right.
So I
You
think
know,
that was to their credit.
right. And my thing, is I mean, to tell the truth, I personally uh, believe in man and woman of marriage, but me having a voice of a voice, a vote. That's why I voted yes, because at the end of the day, who am I to judge anyone? At the end of the day, God it gets to judge everybody, not us. So if I have the tools and the power to give you a choice, your own choice, I'll do that, and that's what I did.
Wow. All right, so the Democratic Party has a hold. They've captured the Bronx. You're working with them. You're a committee man. And then tell me what happens, because I understand that at some point you decided to change and to leave the Democratic Party.
Right. I am with the Conservative Party now. The
I can
reason
see that. You got a very big sign there. It kind of looks like the Cracker Barrel sign, Cracker Barrel restaurant, but it says the Conservative Bronx County. Is that
Yes,
okay?
yes. So what happened was, you know, I was really upset when I seen a lot of top Democrats back in Zuham. I'm not with Zuham. I feel he's not qualified to be a mayor. Uh, when did we start backing, you know, someone named Zuhan in New York, for
Mhm.
mayor? It's just it baffles me on why they're backing this man, and instead of backing maybe uh, uh, Cuomo, or or Irene, for God's sakes.
You mean in this election, Mandami
Hmm.
and Curtis from the Guardian Angels? We got pretty much now, we're down to the three of
Shout
them.
out to Curtis.
Yeah, right. He's been up in the Bronx like for decades.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He definitely has. When I was smaller, I was a big fan of the Guardian Angels. I
Me
was.
too. Yeah, yeah. People
I
don't
wanted to.
know it.
I wanted to be a Guardian Angel.
Me too. Me too.
I
If
think
I
everybody did.
right, the beret, the shirt, they got a great logo, and the friendships,
Hmm.
having something to do at night, get together and learn about things. They're damn cool.
Yeah, exactly. And my thing is like, Chromo's the better man. You know, in my opinion, over a Zuhan. And that's in a nutshell why I left. I'm watching this Democrat parties, and that was just the tip of the iceberg, but it was some other things that really started changing my mind about the Democratic Party, and I feel like they're trying to keep people in a box, in a small box. Um, what I mean by that is keep people thinking, oh yeah, well, we have this for free and that for free and this for free, and it's just a stigma to me. And instead of encouraging them to get a job or be on your own and without this aid or that aid, help them with education and like real education where they can get a good job and stuff like that. To me, it's like the Democratic Party want to keep everyone in this little bubble, and instead of helping them blow up.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, handout bubble.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I know one lady who ran for the Senate in the Bronx, and she said, you know what, we really got to put in here. Her name's Diane Sayre. She ran, but she didn't win in the last election, maybe the next one. But she said the Bronx would be a great place for some of the space research that is really exploding right now as we're going back to the moon, Elon Musk trying to go to Mars. And she said we ought to get these schools and training and industry, make the Bronx to be maybe even the center of it on the East Coast. I thought, wow, that's an idea, man.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because it's going to be somewhere,
Right.
Right. So tell me a little bit more. So you're now listening and maybe even voting for people in the Conservative Party.
Yep, line 3.
All right.
All the way down, straight down.
Straight down. Okay.
You already know what it is.
Yeah, I do. I know. I did some early voting last week, Now, what about your family? What do they have to say to your followers in the music biz and other artists?
Man, my father. So you know what's crazy? You have some followers that feel a certain type of way, but what's crazy is that and they're Democrats or liberals or whatever. But my thing is, I have a lot of conservative. I have a lot of Republicans that just recently, after I left the Democratic Party, subscribed to my YouTube channel. And they show me a lot of support. A lot of support. So it makes me feel, and especially my mods, because a lot of some of my mods are Republican, some of my mods are conservative. So and my mods is the ones that really pushed me to leave the Democratic Party. And I did that, but there is through some people that, oh, you're a sellout, oh, you're this, you're that, and I mean. Hey, I've been through a lot, especially around 2016. I've been through a lot. So it's nothing that you can say to me that is going to make me feel bad or make me want to change my mind. My mind is already made up. Matter of fact, today, I just switched parties.
All right. That's why I reached out and set up this LinkedIn interview with you. So I think you did a video before even we got to talking, and you've left the Democratic Party. You've done a Blexit out of it, and so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I had to leave the plantation.
Yeah, it can.
And I think so should everybody. So should everybody. Line 3, the Conservative Party.
Well, yeah, well, Harlem, in my opinion, and even today in the Bronx. I mean, Charlie Rangel wanted to draft people back in the military back when he was, forever, I think, a congressman. And now you have up in the Bronx a guy named Richie Torres, who doesn't give a damn about America. He's spending all this money for wars.
Right.
And it's just crazy. So it's nice that people are considering. Now, my parents wouldn't consider anything but the Democratic Party. And I used to think Democrats are good, Republicans are bad. And You know, right? So it was pretty
Yeah, that's
basic.
you brainwashed. It was brainwashed, and a
Now
lot of
I
people
now
are
I,
brainwashed.
I I changed my mind on candidate to candidate right
Right,
now. I'm not, neither party. But I remember my parents, I told my parents, hey, there's this guy running. He wants to abolish the IRS. And they said, well, how are we going to pay for things? I said, let's talk about it because we already pay a consumptive tax. Every time we buy something, we already pay a tax.
right,
Only on maybe milk or eggs and a few things like baby things for children, and maybe American Native Indians don't pay taxes. The rest of everybody's paying a tax on everything. And
right.
so I said, you didn't even think about that. Let's get, and they said, listen, my parents put up a portrait of Barack Obama in the house.
Mhm.
Okay, they had a portrait of Barack Obama, and I tried to talk to my dad about a guy named Ron Paul I like. My dad wouldn't talk about it. He put his fist down. My dad put his fist down, and he went, Obama. That was the end of the conversation. That was it.
Right.
They thought I'm like they were, but now I see people are listening to more voices.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like me.
All right. Yeah, man. Right. So, Ron, BeeStinger, how'd you get the name BeeStinger? How'd that come?
Oh
You get
man,
stung
listen.
by a bee or what?
No, when I was younger, I had a friend. He was a part of the Zulu Nation. He was saying because I always used to try to talk to a lot of different girls, and he's like, "Dad, you be trying to sting girls like a bee," and
Right,
so it just caught on. Everybody started calling me Bee Stinger.
right, right. Okay, so people, you do have a website now. Why don't we just let people know about it, but instead of leaving it to the end, okay? I'm going to bring it
Okay.
up. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. All right. Let's bring it up here. And okay, we do have it. All right. Is the mic still on?
Yes.
Okay, so you're here with somebody pretty famous there. Can you tell us about this photo? Not pretty famous, big star.
LL Cool J.
No kidding.
when
Yeah.
he seen me, he started smiling and came right over to me because I haven't seen LL in years.
Uh-huh.
I man, and I was surprised that he still recognized me and knew who I was.
Right, right.
So we took a photo out for my website because I told him I said, "El, we got to take this picture for my website." So he was like, "Okay," and we did it.
Sweet. So this looks like a great site with history and let's see the three main pillars and other information. So for people to want to find it, Ron, BeeStingerSavage.org, right? Ron,
Yes,
BeeStingerSavage.org. That's where
yes.
people will be able to learn more about what you're doing.
Mhm.
And let me see if I know what I'm doing here. Let's just bring us back. How about you? What kind of projects are you doing today? I understand you're working in the studio still, you're recording your own material, and you're showing people who've never been in a recording studio how to use Pro Tools, how to set up and make recordings. Is that correct?
Yeah, because I have the producer that does my music. He's the one trying to show people how to do beats and record how to record and stuff like that. So I definitely want to definitely just shout him out and give his little thing some props. And I'll be there. I'll be trying to show people how to rap, how to connect their words and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And the next thing I just dropped a new single a couple 2 days ago. Um, and I have a streaming app on Fire TV and Fire Stick. I like the Amazon TVs. Hip Hop Movement. It's the Hip Hop Movement streaming app. So I interview like up and coming rap artists, and I put them on the streaming app, and they can watch it on television or on if you have Amazon TV. And it's this up and well, she's not really an up and coming artist. She's been working like really hard for years. Her name is Erica Kane. So I'm gonna do a collaboration with her, and just watch out for that. I had spoken to her, so yeah, but definitely I'm gonna do it. She's one of the artists that I'm definitely trying to, that caught my eye, and I'm working with her as well too.
Is that is that Erica Kane? Does she spell Kane with a K or a C at the
With
end?
a K, Kane, Erica Kane.
All
Yeah,
right.
she's a rap artist.
All right. And you mentioned a producer a minute ago too that you're working with, who's
Hmm.
showing. Who's that? Do you want to?
Street Sounds. That's his name. That's what he calls himself. Street Sounds. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah, he's dope.
Great. Great. Well, let's. It's okay with you if we listen to your new song, okay?
Yeah.
Can you? What's the title of it?
I keep my friends close, enemies closer.
Got it. All right. Before we go to that song, we'll pull it off YouTube, and people can also follow your YouTube channel. I have something to show you here.
Okay.
And, yeah, kind of special. And I got mine off of eBay, and actually, I got two of them, BeeStinger. I got two of them.
Okay.
Now, I hope it makes us feel good because I know I like it a lot. Do you know what it might be? You got any guesses?
Nope.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Isn't that a
I
beauty?
can't live without my radio.
Isn't this a beauty?
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a beauty.
Boombox.
Yeah, they call it the bazooka. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy. Anyway, all right, let's listen to your new song. Give me a minute with these controls, and I'm going to pull it up here. And, okay.
So what's that, the video or the song? The
I'm
video?
going to pull up YouTube.
Yeah, the video.
Let's see if I can get the video here.
Okay. You got to watch out for those commercials, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, if they're not running commercials, then you can't get paid. So
yeah, that's true.
Good thing. Here we go. All right. Can you see it?
Yep, I see it very clearly.
Good. Here we go.
Listen, this is your boy, BeeStinger Savage. When you walk into the gym with your friends, and your friend slides on to greet your enemy, pay attention.
I keep my friends close.
Whoa.
Not soldier.
No.
It's in the grass, watch for the cobra. I keep my friends close, enemies closer. 10 toes firm when the pressure rolls over. Smiles in the room, but jealousy shows up. I see the mask slip, case closed, it's over. Bells in my head when the room gets big. Some say they love me, but they play tricks. They camp in the front, playing bad in the back. Try to change my story, but I keep the facts. I share my food, they still keep score. Watch on my moves, want to take more. I don't trust talk, I look for facts. Heart be strong like a loud drum beat. I keep my friends close, enemies closer. I stay open like a midnight soldier. Handshake warm, but the heart be colder. Here's a hiss in the grass, watch for the cobra. I keep my friends close, enemies closer. 10 toes firm when the pressure rolls over. Smiles in the room, but jealousy shows up. I see the man.
All right. So let's get people to go to your YouTube channel and hear the whole song.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. And what is the YouTube channel? Is it Ron BeeStinger Savage or something?
Yes. What is it? YouTube.com/Ron BeeStinger Savage.
Great. Well, Ron, I appreciate very much the time with you, most sincerely. Hope
Yeah,
to come up there in the Bronx, hang out with you and Dion.
Yeah.
And anything else you want to say before we wrap this up? And congratulations on opening your mind to the other ideas that are
Yeah, you know
all
it, man.
around us. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I just want to thank everyone for their, for their support, and a lot of people is open up, open their arms to me for me changing my party, to conservative. So, I'm very excited. It's a new journey, and I'm looking forward to that journey.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget to follow Ron and his website so you can, and also his YouTube channel. I'm just going to play the outro and talk to you later, Ron. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, man.
Thank you. Let's
You're
get it.
welcome.
Yep. And one moment. Doing these things myself tonight. Okay. And one of Ron's other songs, and here we go.
Ice on my wrist, cold as my flow. I'm the underground's chill. Where every bar I spit, it's like $100 bills. Enemies try to step to me, they get stung. No survival. I'm the predator Ampex. No need for rival. Pop smoke style with a twist. I'm the new menace.